Hi guys, Purab here. Today I am going to give you some tips about low budget filmmaking. So let's go ahead. First point is budget. Uh, uh, I know I am talking about the low budget filmmaking. Still, you need to be decide on some budget for your film. Let's say $200, $100, $500, whatever budget you are going to spend. uh, so you need to first make sure what is your budget, and if is going over a budget, so you need to know about your film budget. That is very important. If you don't have a budget, still you need to think about food, location, props, clothes, uh, the cameras, lighting. So there should be some budget. Still very less, or still you need to decide on the budget. That is the first point. When you are making the short film, you need to understand that, and you need to give importance to that. uh, the second point is a location. Many new short filmmakers make a mistake to do some kind of a perfection, or they try to include too much locations in their script. So that is unnecessary. You should avoid that. So many big filmmakers are using uh, minimal locations as possible as they. So you need to make sure about locations, and probably choose locations which are really feasible to you, which are really easily achievable to you. So give preference to that, and then uh, start your filming. Third and most important point is actors. So when you are new, you are not going to pay any actor. You can't afford that. So probably you are going to ask your friends, your relatives. So my suggestion is put your short film story or idea to social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Actors are very key point in your short film. So don't be over rely on actors. If actor are communicating to you, they are going to come. Uh, do arrange for spare actors also. That is the main point, because many times people will ditch you. They will not come in on time. You will be pissed off. So be arranged for a solution. Most important point, the camera. So uh, short filmmakers or new filmmakers start thinking about the cameras. Which camera should go for? Should we rent for a camera? Should we ask for professional guys? So don't go for that. You can shoot on mobile also. So short film is about behind the camera people. So what people are doing, that is the most important thing. Yes, you can use very cheap DSLR cameras for short film purpose. And if you have a nice kit lens with your DSLR camera, that that will be, I think, more than enough for short filmmakers. uh, and if you are going to shoot with a DSLR or camcorder, try to shoot on daylight, avoid indoors, so your shooting quality or video quality will be better. So that is the thing. Don't spend money on high-end cameras. So if you ask me about the video quality, about red RE, these kind of cameras, what is the difference when you are viewing in the television screen or web content, like a video, YouTube or Vimeo. So you are not going to know about that if you still are using mobile camera or RE, that kind of a camera. So there are very little difference. So don't worry about the camera, don't rush into the high-end cameras. So that is my point when you are making the short films. uh, as I told you, the lighting is very important. uh, mm, for light, if you are planning to shoot indoors, uh, do use some kind of lights, extra light when you are shooting indoors. uh, Light will be good. How you are lighting, do read about the lighting, how you are going to light the scene. Do study about that, and use extra light apart from your flat or apartment light. Light is very key point when you are making a video, especially for indoors. Still you are making a short film or low budget film, still arrange for some kind of a light, some kind of light equipment. Like here you can see the table lamp which I am using. These are very cheap, and probably you will find these kind of props in your home. So use these kind of things when you are making the short films, or LCD lights or something like that. That will be more costly, but that will be good addition to your short films. Most important part, audio gear. When we are new into the filmmaking, people repeat this particular mistake again and again. You will see some shaky footage or bad videos, but bad audio cannot be acceptable, because people will never relate with your video. Audio, music, that are very important when and as much as possible, try to avoid a dubbing for short filmmakers. That is very important. Try to avoid a dubbing. On location, try to capture audio in at least 2 to 3 devices. You can use a mobile camera, mobile devices, mobile like this. You can record audio in this. Don't rush into buying audio gears. uh, your camera has inbuilt microphone, that is not too much high end, but try to keep location as much as silent to get the clear audio. And don't rely on the camera audio. Try to record your location audio on at least 2 to 3 devices, so you will get at least 3 resources of or 2 resources of audio of your shooting. So that is the main point. If you are short filmmaker, try to avoid dubbing. That will cause more and more time consuming, money and efforts, and people will pissed off that. I know that because I had experience with that. Okay, that is my point. Next point is makeup. Yes, makeup is do very important in any films or drama. But my suggestion is, if you are making a short film, try to avoid the makeup. If it is really necessary, than go with the makeup, because that will cost you money. So try to avoid that. Next point is props and objects. If your story is requiring some kind of props and objects needs to be shown in story, I think try to change your story to avoid that particular objects. You are going, if your story wants a car sequel, car chasing, or pistols, guns, or historic kind of a look. If you are a low budget filmmaker, try to avoid these kind of object. That is very necessary. If you have a more budget, then, and if you have some kind of sponsorship, then go with that. Also, earlier I talked about the locations. Again, I am going to talk about the location. Uh, Ask your writer, whichever person going to write the story, ask him to keep minimum location in your story. If you are low budget filmmaker or short filmmaker, try to keep only, I think, uh, one or two to three. That's it. That location, that much location in your film. There are films which shot in only one location that are hit in Hollywood, Bollywood, many film industries. So don't think you are, if you are going to show them more and more location in your film, that will impact the audience. That is not true. That is depending on your story, how you are presenting that particular story, what is the music, audio, and the people's acting, and your presentation skill. So try, if you are low budget filmmaker, try to avoid maximum location and keep minimal locations as much as possible. Okay. uh, this is another point which is important. uh, if possible, as much as possible, try to uh, use more people in your film. That will be helpful for your marketing, because you are a short filmmaker or low budget filmmaker. So whichever people they work for with you, they will do publicity of your film, and more, you will get more viewers. So try to shoot a crowd shot, more people shot. That will be helpful for your story. But that this is not necessary, but this is my advice actually. Sometimes we did that, and that found very helpful for us. So increasing the viewers. So this is kind of a helpful tip for short filmmakers and low budget filmmakers. Most important part: avoid night scenes. Do not shoot on night, because for short filmmakers and for low budget filmmakers, night scenes are not that much easily suitable, because you need extra light, heavy light, and that is not possible due to your budget. So try to avoid a night shot and night shooting. This point is also important, short point, but very important. uh, Actors and camera, I already talked about that, but don't be on mercy of cameraman, or don't be mercy on upon the actors. Do arrange for extra. If not, then it's okay. You need to be mercy on, because if you don't have the camera with you, and you are going to borrow that particular camera from your friend or relative, and for on same day of your shooting they are not available, so you will be screwed. So try to arrange a fixed and reliable resources of actor, and reliable resources of the camera. that that are the two things are important. Planning and practice, this is the main point. This is very important. Or actor rehearsals, so that is a really major point for short filmmaker. Do rehearsal, do some plannings before trying to shoot something. That is very important. Do at least two rehearsal points. Do some proper planning about the shoot. Check for availability, camera availability, check for actor availability. Um, that is very important. And another point is, uh, when you shoot a short film, you make many mistakes. One thing is, think about the color, how you are going to present in your film. Use a contrast colors, red color, green color, blue color, yellow color in one frame. If you are shooting with the two people or three people, ask them to wear clothes that are in red, blue. Don't use white colors and yellowish color. Yellow is also good, but not that much. So wear contrasty color. Try to shoot where if you are shooting indoors, try to shoot with colorful walls. uh, in background, keep some props, colorful things that will that scene will look more interesting to the people. And the lighting, okay, most important part, most important, do not use trolley, crane, jib kind of a thing. If you have that, you can use that. I think my preferred way to use a tripod, good tripod. If you don't have that, go with handheld. But I think if you don't have a tripod, then keep and tables or stool, but don't go for handheld. uh, if you have tripod, then use a tripod. Because why I'm saying that, jolly trip, cranes or sliding shot, do not use that. Because when you are making a short film or low budget film, that things are not affordable to the production team or our team who are making these films. So that things are very costly. So don't think cranes or dolly shot uh, will be very powerful and presentative to people, and try to rush into the get the dollies and that thing. So don't worry about that. Do avoid that if you are short filmmaker. When you are shooting a low budget film, try to shot one extra scene, record one extra scene with every scene. That is very important. About the shots, try to take at least more than 1 minute take in single recording. People often make mistakes to take only one dialogue shot, that is like around 2 second or 3 4 second shot. And if you are going with the 1 minute clip, for 1 minute clip you have around 30 to 40 clips. That is not a way of doing the proper commercial shooting. The many big actors, Hollywood actors or Bollywood actors, they are uh, giving a shot of at least 2 to 3 minutes. So when you are making a film, do a proper rehearsal with your actors and try to get a shot at least 1 or 2 minutes, minimum 2 minutes. That is very important, because if you are going to take a shot with only one dialogue for 2 to 3 seconds, that will be too much headache. So try to keep in that mind. That is very important. Most important part. Food. I know you. We have a no budget or short budget filmmakers, or making we are making a short film, but still you need to include a budget for food. Whenever you are filming, try to feed something to your actors. Whatever people are working with you, try to feed something them. Food. Food is very important. With empty stomach, people will never perform properly. If you